Welcome back, learners. Today we're going to be talking about core competency number 4, conducting an environmental scan analysis. Let me remind you again, words that are in bold and underline are action words. So in your end of semester report, I expect you to document that you actually did conduct an environmental analysis and you did analyze the environmental scan analysis that you conducted. Okay, students, as we begin to explore the environmental scan, I'd suggest you open up your books to chapter 7, beginning on page 194. There's a very important concept earlier in that chapter that I want to spend a minute on, and that's the concept of value added. You all have to do personal selling, and you also have to demonstrate your 4 Ps, and let me illustrate the concept of value added going back to our brownie. Maybe you bought the brownie mix and made the brownie and it cost you 25 cents. Why would someone give you $1 for this brownie? That's the concept of value added. You made the brownie, you wrapped the brownie. The brownie is right here, right now, in front of them, ready to eat. Am I willing to give you $1 for that 25-cent brownie? So you've added value to the brownie mix. That's something very important. Let me give you a different example. It's a faculty member, and as they come up to your table, you say, I have this brownie, it's $2 because we are using that money to help children in Africa, or we're using that money to empower women entrepreneurs in Africa. The same 25-cent brownie is now being sold for $2 because you've added additional value. What's the reason you're going to use this money? All right? So that's just some opening comments. I think the discussion in chapter 7 about environmental scans is one of the more complicated concepts this semester. So let's just go through the highlights of it. You have to look at technology. Will your marketing campaign be using smartphones? Will your marketing campaign be using Facebook? Will your marketing campaign be using Twitter? How will you address the technology in the environment as you conduct your project? Political. Students are on 2 different campuses. At UMES, the concept of the Hawk Children's Fund is very well exampled. We have a very conducive political environment here on campus where the students at Shady Grove, no one has heard of the Hawk Children's Fund, and as this project becomes implemented this semester, you may have to address the political realities at the Shady Grove campus. All right, economic. Obviously, Princess Anne students are in Somerset County, one of the poorest counties in the state of Maryland. As we go to the community, that may impact how we try to price our product. But the students at Shady Grove, you're in one of the richest counties in Maryland. You're in a different economy. Social cultural. If you're selling to students on the UMES campus, you have a certain demographic mix. If you're selling to students at the Shady Grove campus, you may be addressing a different demographic mix. So as you move through chapter 7 and you conduct your environmental scan, these are the main points you should be addressing. And in your final paper at the end of the semester, I just want you to document that you conducted the scan and that you analyzed the scan and what impact they may have had on your pricing decisions. That's all for this week's episode. G out.